Welcome back, YouTube. This is Work Knife Balance. We have another fun knife today. This is going to be a Kubey knife. Before we get started, I want to go ahead and say thank you to everyone who has already liked and subscribed to our channel. It is because of you guys that we continue to make some of this content. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below, or you can hit the logo in the corner here. That'll subscribe you to let you know when we have some cool new content coming out. And then if you like anything that we do, we have our affiliate links down below. Those do support our channel. Those do support us so we can continue to make cool material. But you can always just Google it yourself and find something. So yeah, today we've got the Kubey Ruckus today. This is my first ever Kubey knife. I've kind of strayed away from them for no reason other than I have favorites, and this was not one of them. So I went and opened this up already just to kind of play with it and see what it's like. But this is definitely a lot larger than I thought it was going to be when I ordered it. So there's the Kubey box right there. This was a kind of a, not an impulse buy, but it was a buy on Amazon that I saw and said, oh, that looks good. I don't have a Kubey. Let me start collecting with this one right here. So this is the Kubey Ruckus. It has an Oz 10 blade on it. It has G10 scales on the bottom here. And then this is a copper head up here next to the pivot collar. All the hardware is going to be stainless on it. It's going to be a liner lock that's going to be stainless as well. This came with a fantastic detent. It is real easy to flick open, and then it also just drops like a hammer there. You can do a little bit of a front flick on there because the jimping, which is nice. I don't know if it was intended to be a front flipper, but I like to think that anytime you get that front jimping, that it's made for it, which is kind of fun. So let's get started though with some measurements. Overall measurement, we are looking at about, oh wow, larger than I anticipated. A little over 8 inches, just barely over 8 inches. We'll say it's 8.02. And that's just because it's larger than 8. I don't know if that's the actual length there. But the blade, we are looking at about 3.5 with a cutting edge just barely over 3.25. So you've got some good grinding room in there with that choil. You can see how much edge they give you. Yeah, that's pretty nice there. The blade, we already mentioned, is an Oz 10. It does have a flat grind coming down. Kind of has a bead blasted or sand blasted finish to it, which I really like. You've got the Kubey engraving here. And then on the back side here, we can see you've got the Oz 10 right there. And then I believe this is the designer, Manganas. Manganas? I'm not sure who that is. I probably should know, but Sherif Manganas. I'll probably look him up afterwards, see what other cool material they've got out there. Yeah, some comparisons for this knife. The closest comparison I think we're gonna find, because of the size, is gonna be the Rat 1. So there we've got the Ontario Rat 1. We'll go ahead and put the Rat 2 down below. Yeah, so obviously that Rat 1 comparison is really close. Definitely larger than the Rat 2, so it's not going to be a compact knife by any means. Then we've got the Para 2 as well. Definitely in that big knife category. And just for fun, let's throw the Para 3 out there. Clearly, it is going to be closer to that Rat 1 and Para 3 size. So if you have either of those knives, you know what you're dealing with. When I saw this, I thought the two-tone to it was pretty cool. That was actually what drew me to it, but the price itself wasn't bad either. Getting it in my hand now, though, I really like the feel of this knife. I like the brass or copper. What did we say it was earlier? Copper? Yes, I like the copper head to it because it gives you a little bit of that smooth, almost gentleman's looking knife with the two-tone to it. But you get a really good feel on this G10 down below here, and that jimping that they put on the back side for the front flipper tab gives you a really good feel on the back. You're never gonna really choke up on this knife just because of how that blade comes in right there, but they give you a really deep cut here, and then it is kind of beveled so you can kind of fit that really good ergo in there, which makes it nice. And then you do have a good feel on the front and the back carry there too. So that is going to be a really nice feel. I think it is ambidextrous. We'll go ahead. Yes, it is an ambi carry, so you can do right or left side tip up carry, which is really nice. It did come very centered, so I don't have anything to really measure that. I don't know, calipers to check the perfect measurement on that, but it does look really centered there, and it does have a good feel to it because of that. Slides open really easy. It is sitting on caged ball bearings, and then that detent is just really nice for a budget knife. I don't think you can really complain with this. I've heard a lot of good things about Kubey, just never owned one myself. I love that blade profile. It is a drop point, but it almost has a spear look to it with that swedge at the top going through it. So it is a drop point blade, but I really love that blade profile. Like I said, this was an Amazon purchase. It is still available on Amazon. We're gonna go ahead and put the link below to the knife when we post this. I believe it was $75. It could have been less, it could have been more. $65. We purchased this for $65 on Amazon, and it came in 2 days because of Prime shipping, which is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, there's not much else I can really say about this right now. It does have a heavier feel to it than I anticipated. It is going to be fun to carry. I'm probably going to put this in my rotation for this week just to see what it feels like. I usually carry 2 or 3 knives. Ooh, that was not fun. I usually carry 2 or 3 knives a day, so we'll go ahead and put this in the rotation and see what we feel, see what we think about it. You might see a couple shorts on it as well. But yeah, until next time, TTFN.